saying? Are you thinking that your friend is somehow behind what's happening here?
No, nothing like that. A conspiracy theory about a shadowy group of people running the world is far too lazy of an explanation. Especially when the truth is much scarier.
What is the truth?
No one is in control. No one is pulling the strings. Sure, there are those like my friend who might have the right kind of access to the right kind of information. But when events like this happen in the world, the best, even the most powerful people can hope for is a heads up.
There's something wrong with the TV. It's all messed up.
I wonder what that means.
Or what could it mean?
It could be over in a couple of hours.
You know something.
I'm sure this will turn out to be a big nothing.
Exactly. Deep down, we all knew this day was gonna come. It was only a matter of time before it all comes crashing down upon, this whole system comes crashing down upon the weight of itself. It was gonna happen. And now, the wicked elites are giving you the heads up. Like you heard the dude, the only thing any one of us could hope for is heads up. And this is exactly what they're doing to you right now. And keep in mind, this movie, Leave the World Behind, was executive produced by the Obamas. Barack and Michelle Obama. If you know, you know, right? So this is their own indirect way of warning you about what is going down or is about to go down. It's part of their ritual. They put it in the movies, predictive programming, and this one right here is one of the craziest predictive programming out there. They didn't miss a beat. It has all the markers, right? The economic collapse, blackouts, cyber attacks, wars, civil war, people going at each other, energy weapons being hit on the people, on the masses out there. It has all of it. Your electric cars giving up on you. Still more to this clip before I play any further. Let's get this real quick because this is exactly what time it is. This is Ezekiel, the 7th chapter and the 5th verse. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, our power, and evil, and only evil, behold, is come. An end is come, the end is come. It watcheth for thee, behold, it is come." All praises to the Most High Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Hakodash. Double honors to apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth and continue to teach us this truth. Peace, salutation, shalom, shalom, shalom to all you hopeful elect Akiyama out there pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. And to you, Akiyama and Aqua, that are listening and learning, to you, I say shalom, right? So this right here, how to pull this scripture out because it perfectly exemplifies the times we're in. You know, it pretty much hits the nail on the head on this one. If you see the movie, you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about because it is a very heavy movie. It doesn't really have any real story behind it, except for the fact that it is a warning, basically. It is a warning about the immediate danger. You know, like the mystical song, Danger, right? Because it's kind of like a warning about the immediate danger we're all about to face. There's no escaping this. The only thing you can do is to prepare. And above all, you have to spiritually prepare yourself, mentally prepare yourself, because it's about to hit you like a ton of bricks. The reality of it all is about to hit you like a ton of bricks, especially if you're not prepared. That's why the dude, the guy, I believe they say he's about to play the new Blade or something like that. His name is kind of Mashara Ali or something. Was explaining to the pretty lady tranny, Julia Roberts, telling Shim, if you know what I mean, but to not confuse you, but telling her that, because she was telling the lady, Julia Roberts, how his friend knows about what is going down, right? So Julia Roberts is like, so there's this cabal, and they are running the whole show. They are the ones orchestrating this whole collapse and bringing this whole hell, right? So he's saying it's too lazy of an explanation, right? It goes into much more than that. First and foremost, he's right, because the one truly in control is Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, the God of the Bible. He's the one bringing all of this to pass, because it was written in the scriptures. It's part of prophecy. But on the other hand, they're trying to gaslight you from not looking at the wicked elites, because the power has been given to them to do all of this, right? So on one hand, yeah, they're not truly in control of what is happening. They're just being like a puppet on a string, right? They're being pushed to do all of this. But they are the instrument being used to accomplish this. Hope I'm not confusing you, because that's the scripture right here. Let's get the scripture real quick. Instruction. It's in the book of Job. Yep. So this is Job, the 5th chapter, and the 14th verse. It says, "For the Most High speaketh once, yea, twice, yet man perceiveth it not. In the dream and the vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumberance upon the bed, then he openeth the ears of men, and sealeth their instruction." You see that? So when you're asleep, you have all kinds of thoughts going through you. When you wake up, you act upon them. So this is not you. It might look like it's your thought. It might look like, it is your own volition that you're doing all of this, but that is not the case. You're being programmed while you're sleeping to do what you do. That goes to every single one of us, especially the elites, right? All the things they do. Why is that though? Why is all this happening? Well, this is 17th verse. "That he may withdraw man from his purpose and hide pride from man." You see that? That's what it is. So your purpose, whatever you think you're going to do, you end up doing the Most High's will. That's exactly what the elite are doing. That's why he said no one is really in control, right? The best any one of us can hope for is a heads up. You see? Turn it with Proverbs 16. Right? It says Proverbs the 16th chapter in the 1st verse. It says, "The preparations of the heart in man, and the answer of the tongue is from the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All the ways of man are clean in his own eyes, but the Lord weigheth his spirit." So this is all going into how Most High is the one in control at the end of the day. Right? So the preparations of the heart in man, and the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. Turn it in. Let's get another quick one. So, okay, this is Proverbs, the 21st chapter and the 1st verse. It says, "The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, and as the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will." Going into that man control, going into man just being nothing but puppets. And the kings, meaning the rulers of the earth. They're the ones running the cabal, right? So in their mind, they think they're doing their own will, but they're doing the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, right? That's what it is. Let's get back to that Ezekiel. Let's read that one more time, then we'll get back to the clip. Bear with me. I had to clarify that because what he was saying is right, but the wicked elites are the ones being used to do all of this, right? So this is Ezekiel, the 7th chapter. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, and evil and only evil, behold, is come. He had to say it again. I mean, is that detrimental, man? Is going to be that crazy that he had to say it twice? And evil and only evil, he had to reiterate. Only evil is come. Excuse me. It says, the end is come. The end is come, right? Like once is not enough. That's how much crazy is about to get. It says, you watch it for thee, behold, it is come. Right? Behold, it is come. Let's get another clip.
Called Leave the World Behind. I'm not a big movie watcher, but my husband is, but I usually just sit in here and read while he watches whatever. But I tuned into this one. It's a new movie just released on Netflix, and it's based off of this book. And it was produced by the Obamas. And unsurprisingly, there are a lot of things. Essentially, the movie is about the downfall of civilization and how it's done in 3 steps. First step being that the government is going to be toppled from within. Next one, that it's going to be littered with disinformation and misinformation to confuse the masses and to create chaos. The third step, if the first and second step are done correctly, is going to cause basically a civil war, causing the paranoid and problematic to start turning on each other. And this movie is just full of Easter eggs. One part in the movie where self-driving Teslas are directed to crash into the ins and the outs of the city to block anybody from getting in or escaping out. If you pay attention, in the movie there's this mural behind the bed, and the mural changes throughout the mood of the movie. So it starts off as calm, then as the movie intensifies it gets more rough and more stormy. There is a very obvious Friends reference all throughout the movie. The little girl is obsessed with the last episode of Friends called How It Ends. Which is interesting because the star of the movie, Julia Roberts, also dated Matthew Perry way back. Matthew Perry, who also passed away earlier this year. The movie also references like billionaires and their bunkers, and it references the cabal on way more than one occasion. The heart of it is that the cabal has fallen, and so nobody is in charge, and this is what's leading to the fall of the United States of America, essentially. This is the message that everybody gets on their TV when it happens. It has a very predictive programming feel to it. But let me know, have you seen it? What other things did you notice? I mean, with the Obamas and the constant references to water, planes crash in the water, and a boat called the White Lion runs up on shore from the ocean. Everybody wants water. They're constantly drinking water. Here's some water. You want some water? Didn't the Obama chef just drown? I can't watch anything anymore. I can't enjoy anything anymore. To sum it up, the entire movie itself doesn't even have a plot. There's no real storyline to this movie, and the ending is awful. If I were not paying attention like I am, I would think the movie would be terrible. There's no resolution. There's no real start. It just seems like it's just here. Just here. It's just telling you. And one more thing. It talks about microwave EMP like energy and how it attacks like dew weapons. The actual fuck anyway. Tonight we watched a movie called Leave the World.
Yep. Like she was saying, there's no real plot behind the whole movie, right? Because it's not about a plot. It's about the message. Like the movie Don't Be a Menace while drinking your gin and juice in South Central LA, right? Every now and again it will hit you with that message. Is it that or either that or another movie in what is it? Boys in the Hood. Either that or they always have that pop up that will go message, right? So it's all about the message in the movie. What is the message? That's like she said, the civilization you love so much is about to collapse, and everything you hold so dear is about to wither away, right? Your social media, the women that have millions of people subscribe to them, your OnlyFans, and all the things that the life brings is about to crumble within itself. And you that depend solely on it, you wouldn't know where to turn. It will hit you like a ton of bricks, right? Imagine how dependent people are on social media. Imagine how dependent people are on technology. Imagine how dependent people are on electricity. Imagine how dependent people are on internet, Wi-Fi, phones. So all of a sudden, you wake up one morning, everything has crashed. You can't go on the internet. You cannot go to your supermarket and buy anything because it's all closed. Banks have crashed. You can't go to the ATMs and take out money. You go to the bank, nobody's in there. You can't get nothing out of the bank. Your money is not there. Even when you have money, you can't buy nothing because the monetary system has crashed. You see where this is all going? And that's exactly what they're showing in the movies. The life as you know it is about to change. It really is. It really is about to change. That's why it says, leave the world behind. Right? Leave the world behind. Because the only way for you to survive this whole ordeal is by mentally detaching yourself from this world. Remember Lot's wife. Right? Remember Lot's wife. Because if you don't detach yourself from this world, you will get caught out there when all this hell breaks loose. You see what I'm saying? You will get caught out there when all this hell breaks loose. This is Luke, the 17th chapter, and the 26th verse. It says, and as it was in the days of Noe, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man. They did eat, they drank, they married wives, they were given the marriage until the day that Noe entered into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all. This is exactly how it's going to be. People will be eating, partying and lollygagging and bullshitting. All of a sudden, hell is upon you, that you will not be able to remove your necks. There will be nowhere to turn, nowhere to run to. Where are you going to run? Where are you going to hide? Bad boy, what you going to do? What you going to do when they come for you? What are you going to do? You have to ask yourself this, man. Don't take it for a joke. Now, I mean, if you're not going to listen to the prophets, if you're not going to listen to the warning that have been going out from whistleblowers and all that, how about the wicked elites themselves telling you? Man, when I came across this movie, I read a little bit of it, like a summary of it. They were going into how, the plot of the movie, they were going into how there was a blackout and cyber attack. I'm like, oh shit. All of a sudden, it piqued my interest. My interest was piqued. Then, as I played the movie, I saw executive producers, the Obamas. Now I'm like, oh shit, now you got my undivided attention. Right then and then, I knew this is going to be something real heavy. And that is exactly what it is. Like the lady said, there's no real plot to it except for all these Easter eggs everywhere. That's exactly what it is. And you have to take it seriously. So you wouldn't be caught out there like the days of Noah. You see? The 28th verse, it says, likewise also, as it was in the days of Lot, they did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they built it. But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. Oh boy. It says, even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed. In that day, he which shall be upon the housetop and his stuff in the house, let him not come down to take it away. And he that is in the field, let him likewise not return back. Remember Lot's wife. So whatever you are, this is why it is pertinent. It is very pertinent and is very advisable to be prepared first and foremost spiritually, mentally. Because you can prepare, have your bug out bags and have your bunkers and have your, balconies, your basement, stored food, all kinds of things. And then when all hell breaks loose, you're not able to get back to your house. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Because even in the movie, it shows you that. There's this rich people, they had their houses stocked. I mean, they would be in that house years on end. And they wouldn't have to, run out of food. That's how much food they have. But guess what? There was nobody home. Nobody was home. All that food, they had movies stacked out. They have it on DVDs, all kinds of movies. That's how the little girl, Ethan Hawke's daughter, because she's all into the Friends series, right? Like the lady explained also. And the last series she wanted to watch was How It Ends. And how does it end? By all hell breaking loose. You know, they have that. They have all kinds of movies in this house. But nobody is home because they got caught out there. So you have to prepare yourself spiritually first and foremost. First and foremost, right? You know, and now knowing all of this, what is your next line of approach, right? What is your manner of approach? You see? Because you can't still be in that happy-go-lucky type of mindset. You know, for he's a jolly good fella. You cannot be in that type of mindset. Everything is about to change. Everything is about to change. This is Ezekiel, the 21st chapter, and the 8th verse. It says, again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy and say, Thus saith the Lord, say a sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? That is a question posed to you out there. What is your next line of approach? What is your next move? Knowing what you know now. Because now, it's not just from the prophets, it's not just from the whistleblowers. Even the wicked elites are telling you. You know, they told you we all knew this day was going to happen. Now, here it is. So what are you going to do? Are you still going to be in that lollygagging type of spirit? You know? Partying, bullshitting? Are you still going to be in that type of spirit? Right? It says, 11th verse, and it had the 10th verse. It says, it is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? It contemneth the rod of my son as every tree. It says, and he hath given it to be furbished that it may be handled. The sword is sharpened, and it is furbished to give it into the hand of the slayer. And the slayer is about to come down with great wrath upon you and everything you love. The slayer is about to come down upon you and everything you care about. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? This is not a joke. This is not a fluke. This is not a drill. Just like about to start seeing on you. Wake up one morning on the TV, the whole thing has gone blue. And it's telling you this is not a drill. Hide, run, take shelter. What are you going to do? It's about to be a reality real soon. And a lot of you, especially the men are supposed to be prepared. A lot of them are weaker than anything you can imagine, man. Men are not even men anymore. You see what I'm saying? They're as weak as it gets. And hell is about to break loose. Where the men will be like women. How much more women? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? It's about to get really crazy, man. What are you going to do? This is 2nd Esdras, the 8th chapter, and the 50th verse. It says, For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. That's what it is. A lot of miseries is about to come upon you. While you think you're doing okay, you just got your 401k, you just got a new job, you're doing all right, and then boom, all hell. All hell. Right? Let's get this real quick. Let's get this real quick. Because boy, oh boy. That movie, man, if you haven't seen it, I urge you to go check that movie out. It is. Whew. This is Ecclesiasticus, the 5th chapter and the 7th verse. It says, Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. And that's exactly what the whole movie was about. Day of vengeance. A lot of people were doing all right. Like Julia Roberts and Ethan Hawke, right? They were doing a little okay. They even tried to go on a vacation and, chill out and just live it up. All of a sudden, all hell is breaking loose. And the home that they rented out on their vacation, they were also doing okay. They went to watch some opera or something, right? Some kind of function, music, something, right? And all hell broke loose out there too. So they were doing okay. In their mind, they were doing okay. Like it says in your security, right? Chilled out. You just got a raise at the job. You know what I mean? You just got married. On honeymoon. What have you. That's your security right there. All of a sudden, all hell is breaking loose. All hell is breaking loose. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? But we know what to do when all hell breaks loose. All you can do is trust in Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Right? Because through Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, we gonna be all right. Right? We gonna be all right. It says here, the Most High is just. Of course he is just. Right? It is and will always be just. This is Job, the 5th chapter, and the 17th verse. It says, Behold, happy is the man whom the Most High correcteth. Therefore despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty. For he maketh sore and bindeth up. He woundeth, and his hands make whole. Right? So when the Most High is correcting you through the instructions that are in the Bible, that's how he corrects you. Or through putting you through hell, to purge you of your impurities, guess what? That's a good thing. Because if the Most High doesn't care about you, he will let you destroy your own self and your own iniquity. You get it? So you should be happy when that is happening. It's not an easy thing. Like I said, easier said than done. But guess what? There's always a great reward that comes along with it when the Most High corrects you, right? It says, for he maketh sore and bindeth up. He woundeth, and his hands make whole. That's what it is. The Most High do all of these things. He will jack you up, and he will straighten you out. Right? He will straighten you up. Always believe that. So when you're going through the jack-up session, guess what? Look ahead. Look ahead, man. There's a silver lining to all of it. It says, he shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, in war from the power of the sword. You see that? No evil will touch you. All through Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. This is why it's very vital. It's essential to know his name. Don't let somebody fool you to not believing in the names of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. It is, man, you got to know those names, man. You have to have faith in those names. Ultimately, you have to be of the elect, right? But it all starts with those names. You have to know it and hold them dear and call upon those names when all hell breaks loose. Brothers and sisters, right? It says, in famine he shall redeem thee. And we're about to go into some hardcore famine. They've been burning down warehouses and, food warehouses. Farmlands have been mysteriously catching on fire, and they had to pay a lot of farmers to destroy their crops and livestock. I wonder why that is. That is orchestrated famine. It's going to be like nothing you've ever seen. So it's only right for you to take shelter. There is a storm coming. The lady talked about in the movie, right? There's a mural behind them with the storm, have a water behind them. When as the movie progresses, the storm gets more intense. That's how it's going to be, man. It's going to be from one hell to the other. From one hell to the other. So, man, so I take shelter. And how do you take shelter? in the names of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. That's why it tells you that the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. You see? It says, and in war, from the power of the sword, and we're already in war, right? We're at the beginning stages of war. It's already brewing, right? So World War III is another reality, which they also mentioned in the movie. We are in war. So it's going to everything is going to escalate to a point of no return. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Right? It says, thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid when destruction cometh. This is what you want. This is what you want. You know, like it says in Psalms the 23rd chapter. You know? Valley of shadow of death, shall fear no evil. That's what you want, man. To be this protected, to be this sound-minded when all hell breaks loose. The 22nd verse, it says, at destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth. I mean, there's no other place you get this kind of reassuring statement. You know, through your faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, guess what? You will be saved. Yeah, all hell is about to break loose, but guess what? There is remedy. There is hope. We have hope. You know, we have hope in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. If anything, we want this hell to break loose because it means there's about to be a change in power from the wicked to the righteous. You know, we can't wait. And with that, all praises to the Most High Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakha HaKodash, double honors to apostles and elders of Great Millstone. See you next time, Lord willing. Shalom. Shalom.